Hey guys, yesterday we talked about our simple interest and we kind of went through how to find that piece. We talked about also that simple interest is one that's not necessarily commonly used anymore. The bigger one when you're dealing with loans is going to be what's called compound interest. Simple interest is exactly that, it's a lot more simple, whereas compound, it kind of adds on the interest as you go throughout the years. So I want to kind of talk about the different pieces of our compound interest and then show you kind of two examples before I send it off to you guys. You guys can have some practice, okay? So the first thing is our A. Our A is essentially our total amount of the loan. So this is our total amount. The nice part about this is this total amount owed. It's never going to have to be like added on to something. This is giving you the entire thing. So when we did simple interest, you found just the interest, and then you might have to add it back to the original. For this one, it's the total amount, so you don't have to add anything back at the end. It's really, really nice, okay? So this is the total amount owed at the end of the loan, okay? No adding needed. No, like, adding to initial needed. Okay? The second thing, and the next three are exactly what we've dealt with already. The P stands for our principal, or our starting amount, our initial amount. Again, like we talked about the other day, these are both dealing in money, dealing with loans, so they're both going to be dealing with money. Our R is our interest rate as a percent, and again, we will do percent over 100 when we plug it in. Again, we don't leave it as just a percentage. We turn that thing into a decimal, and then we plug it into our problem. Okay? T stands for time, and again, this is dealing with years. You'll hear a lot, or you'll see kind of in these problems as well, the word annually. That just means yearly. So again, the compound interest adds in the interest to the original amount each year, so that it kind of gets a little bit bigger, gets a little bit bigger, gets a little bigger quicker. So understand when you see the word annually, it's just saying that's talking about our years or each year that's happening. Okay. So look at what this is how you're gonna actually do these types of problems. Oh, I forgot to put the year on that first one. Compound annually for 3 years. Okay. So if I'm looking at a problem, again, they're going to give you that initial value. So I'm going to say, all right, I got A equals my total amount owed equals my principal, which is the $7,300. Our formula here says 1 plus whatever our rate is. Oop, I don't want to put parentheses in that. So times, over here, 1 plus whatever our rate was, so 7% over 100 to the third. Okay? Again, I'm going to show you this in-between step. You don't necessarily need to do this. If you're doing this all on your calculator, you should probably be able to do this just okay. But if I'm going to go through this and show you kind of that middle step, we've got A equals 7,300. Again, that's still my principal. I'm going to simplify what I have inside here. So 1 plus 7 over 100 is going to be 1.07 to the third. We go to our calculator. So I'm going to hit 7,300 parentheses 1.07 end parentheses, and then again we hit the caret key to get anything to a higher power. So I'm going to hit the caret key and then 3, and we get a big whopping total of the amount owed as 8,942.81. Again, I will be rounding this to 2 decimal places because we are dealing with money, so that's our cents. Okay, so there is the total amount owed after 3 years. Okay, and again, what's happening is they're adding the interest on at the end of each year. So instead of having like this starting amount, the next year they're going to have the interest added to it, and then it'll kind of add interest onto that, so it gets kind of big a lot quicker. For the last one then, or the second example, same idea. We've got our total amount owed equals my principal, the 1,030, times 1 plus whatever our rate is, 4% rate over 100, and then for 2 years, so 2 is up above. Okay. Again, I'm going to show you the in-between steps. Some of you may do this, some of you may not. That's okay. But I just want to show you kind of what's happening as we go through these problems. So So I get A equals 1,030. 1 plus the 4 over 100 gets you 1.04 to the second power. So then we're going to type that in our calculator. Type it in exactly how it looks. We got parentheses 1.04 parentheses 2 raised to the second. And that gets us our total after 2 years of what you're going to have to pay or what's owed is going to be $1,114.05. It's 0.048, so the 8's going to round that 4 up to a 5. So this would be my final answer. Again, our answers are in dollars amount. So we're talking about money, so make sure you put that dollar sign next to it to kind of have a good unit or a good value from what you're doing there. Okay? Again, hopefully this helps you guys as we get into our compound interest. Again, simple interest, you're just multiplying each of those times each other, whereas compound interest, we have this formula that looks similar to when we were dealing with our exponential functions. Okay? Again, hopefully this helps. Let me know if you got any questions. Otherwise, see you guys in a little bit.